I really don't want to make this video. I mean, it's a beautiful machine, but we all have to do it. I mean, it's like a beautiful kid, and then you have a broken wisdom tooth. So, let's talk about the cons or kung ano yung mga disadvantages ng KTM. So, every bike, every motorcycle is created on its own way, has its own features, but every single one of them also has those flaws or yung mga parang nitpicking mga issue nila. I don't want to make it a thing kasi there are a lot of people that are saying it's like this, it's like that, and then they don't even own one. So this is just based on reality. Owning a KTM Duke 390 2021, I bought it 2021 last year December. So it's just based on experience. So if I'm paying say 289,000 peso, I mean that's a big money for me, especially for me that's just working every day, normal labor work. I don't have any business or any other people who, or I mean family that gives me money. So I literally pay for every single peso of this motorcycle. Especially it is 5 years to pay. It's an installment. So paying that much, uh, I'm expecting a lot. I mean, I don't want to encounter any issues, especially I'm a beginner. But still, there are some flaws, or it's not an issue. It's like what you experience or the cons of this motorcycle. So let's start with number one, the signal switch for the corner lamps or your signal lights. I don't know. I've driven a lot of motorcycles, but with the KTM switch button, you have to move your finger a little higher. So it's not an easy access to control. Another thing, there's no hazard light. Nowadays, it's really important, and even scooters has this. Meron na silang hazard lights, and the signal light when you turn it on left or right, the light on the dash or the LCD display, the TFT display, the light goes both left and right. So they did not make it like you would know if the light is going left or right. Number two, the rear set or yung kanyang gear pag ginigir mo siya or yung brake pag binibrake mo siya. For a 6-footer like me with a 11-inch of foot, it's really hard. Minsan, lumalagpas yung paa ko and hindi ko siya nagigear ng maayos or yun sa brake. I really have to move it right and then natatapakan ko na yung mismong parang hawakan nung pedal. Again, these are just nitpicking based on experience. They're not really so much big of an issue. I mean, you would adjust while riding it. Number three, which everyone needs to know, the cost of the KTM is already expensive, but the maintenance of the KTM is so expensive that you only have to maintain it with them. Kailangan mong bayaran yung oil, yung labor. Let's say, just for an example, 400cc bike, other manufacturers, you would just spend like a 500 to 800 peso, and then you'll have a free labor, and then they will also have free towing. With KTM, there's no free towing. If you have a problem in the road, you have to bring it on your own in the casa or sa service center nila, and you have to pay the full synthetic oil, you have to pay the labor, is not free. Those are just things that you should know if you would like to buy a KTM. I mean, Yamaha only sells like 280 peso per liter of an engine oil. KTM, I think, is, I don't know if 700 or 800 peso per liter. That's how much expensive it is. Number 4. I don't know if this is a thing for naked bikes. But I've ridden a different kind of motorcycle. Like, nakapag-drive ako ng touring, ng super naked. This is 600 inline 4. Sports bikes, scooters, parang ganun siya. So if you compare mo with the sports bikes, the engine braking, the engine braking of the KTM Duke390 is weak. I would say weak compared to my previous bike, which is the R15. Napakahina niya. Which for me is important in emergency situation. I mean, I would trust the ABS, but it will also help if you have that engine braking. Number 5, the handle grip or yung handlebar grip niya, yung rubber, napakatigas. So, riding it with 200 kilometers straight, yung hands ko are parang nagkakapaltos na. They're sore. Even I'm wearing gloves. And then the vibration on the bike, mabibrate siya. Siguro dahil single cylinder, which I understand. It's just so that everyone is informed. Number 6 is yung kickstand niya. I think it's a little straight na hindi masyadong naglilin towards sa one side yung bike. Para lalo na nung una, feeling ko para siyang matutumba. So, kailangan nyo lang maghanap ng medyo flat na surface, make sure na hindi siya naka-straight. Siyempre, ayaw naman natin na ma-damage yung bikes natin. Number 7 is yung handlebar, yung sa gas throttle niya. If bibitawan mo siya and then naka-idle, walang tigil siyang nanginginig, including the clutch lever and the brake lever. So, parang nagbabibrate sila. I don't know if you just have to adjust something. So, number 8 is the worst. I mean, this is a real flaw that I encountered. With 350 kilometers with only like 3 weeks of ownership. Driving, like literally you're in a stoplight and first gear, and then you're about to go, and then you go throttle, and then you're going up to second gear, and then it will stall, it will turn off. I mean, mamamatay yung makina. So nakakatakot siya kasi kung nag-iisa ka, safe ka lang. Pero kung yung nasa likod mo, usually in Philippines, nagmamadali yung mga drivers, yung mga riders, humahataw sila sa stoplight. So kung full stop kayo tapos humataw kayong lahat, siyempre yung nasa likod mo, tendency if you stall and then the engine turns off, kahit mabilis ka pang mag-on, yung speed nung nasa likod mo hindi mo mahabol, babanggain ka niya. So nakakatakot siya. I don't know if nagkamali lang ako, but it happened thrice already. Kahit sa second gear, tapos bigla mong i-first gear, namamatay siya. I don't know if it's the clutch switch. There are a lot of people saying ganito, ganyan. I would definitely ask KTM to check on it. For me, it's not like kailangan mo na give up yung bike. I mean, maayos naman, so you just have to talk to them. They would check it, make sure everything is okay. Napakabait naman ng mga staff ng KTM. It's just a lot of people are experiencing this, not just me. I mean, all over the world, different countries, different places here in Philippines, with just like 300, 500 kilometers, 2 months, 3 months of ownership, all stock. I mean, my bike is all stock. Wala pa akong ginagalaw. Ayoko rin galawin kasi nga nakakatakot, baka ganun, magka-problem ako sa daan. Kaya bumibili ako ng brand new kasi wala akong alam sa motor. I just love riding. I enjoy riding. Yung freedom na binibigay niya. So again, these are just not nitpicking. I mean, yung mga na-encounter ko aside from yung number 8 na medyo nakakatakot. But again, KTM assured na they will check everything is fully working. So far, hindi naman siya ganun. Minsan-minsan lang nangyari. I mean, siguro 3 times na. So, those are the cons of the KTM Duke390. I hope naging helpful if you're like planning to buy or wanting to buy the KTM. Don't forget po to subscribe. It will help a lot. Share and like. Thank you.
Pa!
Ano?
Uy!
Huwag kang gagano.
Sandali